Ladies and gentlemen, 13-year NBA vet, Q Rich.
Yeah, Q Rich.
Q Rich, obviously. Yeah, getting after it in there. Every once in a while, you got to do what you got to do. Co-host of the Knuckleheads podcast, Q Rich, thank you for joining us here. It's gone to Game 6 now. You have been on no horse in a race, obviously, not pulling for anybody, but you were for the Knicks, and this entire series you've been for Oklahoma City in every single game. Oklahoma City, the last 2 games, has seemingly been who everybody thought they were going to be outside of Indianapolis, Indiana. What are your thoughts on tonight, Q Rich?
Pat, before I say anything, let me just show you something to prove to you that I'm not, I told you I don't have any horse in this race. And I actually am a very huge fan of Tyrese Halliburton. He has not only signed not just one. He has signed 2 jerseys for my kids.
Okay.
Great guy.
So I rock with Tyrese Halliburton, full support of him. I'm just telling when I'm answering these questions, I'm just up here being honest with you.
Basketball. You're talking basketball.
That's it. I don't root against the Pacers. I don't root for the Thunder and none of that. It's just I want to see good basketball, and then I'm gonna give my opinion about what I see going on and who I think gonna win.
Okay, so do you think tonight there's gonna be good basketball? Because I mean, we don't have this. Yeah. Seems to be a little bit of a.
Seems to be cheating.
I mean, there has to be. Why isn't everybody doing this?
I was about to say, why don't we just copy it?
This is genius. We need 18,000. What are these? Thick
card stock.
Thick card stock.
Yeah,
just have one of the employees here run down to CVS, get
FedEx store.
Yeah, exactly.
Down there, just snag a bunch of school project papers.
Yeah, exactly.
Just hand them out to everybody.
Thick construction paper.
This been going on in inner cities around the world forever. We just these as fans. This ain't you can't trick me.
Not just inner cities.
We grew up in church. We've been going on forever. It's definitely the church. Yep. You done seen these in the church.
So we need 18,000 fans
Yep.
to be delivered to Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight. What do you think happens this evening? You know, Tyrese, obviously game time decision. We've talked about potential ducks being labeled, or if somebody's injured, let's attack that person. Now, not that Tyrese Halliburton hasn't experienced that in the past, but what do you think of how tonight's game is going to go?
I know y'all hate to hear this, man. I think OKC closed it down. I've been listening to my man UD. Like everybody said, you fresh to death, bro. You already said something earlier that kind of stuck with me when you talked about how it feels more like OKC has started to impose their will these last couple games. And then when you couple that with Tyrese not being all the way 100%, not knowing what he's really going to give and knowing how much he is the engine for this team, I just think that OKC has hit a stretch where now they're playing so well, and you got Jalen Williams who showed up to the party and he kicked the door through. And I think the combination of SGA and Jalen Williams playing the way he's playing with the support of, the defense, the Chet playing, and the chip-ins from everybody else, I think it's too much at this point.
Yeah, there's a lot of what Oklahoma City has been doing that certainly scares the hell out of Indiana Pacers fans. You know, the Indiana Pacers, though, feel like, and UD has said this as well, and I think everybody kind of understands the narrative, underdogs counted out. This is like a Pacer-type game, and it feels like Pacers fans are very much understanding that this is the last home game of the season regardless. This could either be the last game of the season, but it's definitely the last home game of the season. So I think tonight should be pretty electrifying in here. Yeah. Go ahead, Con Man.
No, exactly. Is there any additional things like that, like factors you would say, Q Rich, with the crowd? Just because it has been so electric. 2 of the best sports environments I've ever been in was Game 3 and Game 4, and the people really do stand up the entire time. Is there anything from OKC similar to the Nuggets series where it's, hey, this is Game 6, we can come and close it out, it's the finals, but also like if we're down 20 with 10 minutes left in the fourth, we don't have to push it as hard because we can go get it done in 7, because I think they beat the Nuggets by 40 points in Game 7 in that series.
No, I think if OKC has any approach like that, any thought in their mind like, hey, we don't have to push it hard, they lose this game. I don't think they're going to be thinking like that. And I think that crowd will play a huge part and will impact the game and will give, if Indiana does anything to give that crowd juice, they'll get some juice back from them. But at the same time, with that being said, if I'm OKC, we walking in the building knowing we just stared this crowd down and just beat them, and then went back to our house and did what they hadn't had happen to them the whole season since March or whenever it was. They hadn't lost back to back, and we did that too. So we walking in with a certain amount of confidence and a certain swag And we also, everybody in the building, everybody on both sides, they know that their franchise guy isn't 100%. So they're keeping that in their mind as well, too. And that's an advantage. And it's not like it's something that you take for granted. You think you got this huge advantage. But you do know that Tyrese is their guy, and he's not right now. So you know that can play a part. Not saying that T.J. McConnell can't come in and flip the table, because we know what he does. I fully believe in him and know that he's going to show up. He's going to be a little pistol starter tonight. I'm excited for that. But just knowing that Tyrese isn't 100, that all of those things factor in. And it also factors into some of those Pacers' minds, too.
All right. What's your prediction? Score tonight, Game 6 of the NBA Finals, Q Rich?
I don't have a score prediction. I don't know the pluses and all that. I'm terrible at the betting. I don't want anybody to bet my point system, so don't do it. I don't bet. I just say that the OKC will win.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, co-host of the Knuckleheads podcast, NBA on ESPN pundit, Quentin Richardson. Thank you, Q Rich.
Thank you.
NBA on ESPN.